And boom, there's another version of Ollama out there for everyone to play with. Let's take a look at what's new in this one. The REPL is the main UI for most folks using Ollama alone without any other add-ons. But sometimes movement around the prompt in the REPL can be a bit frustrating. You can paste multi-line text in there, but correcting something in that text isn't always easy. Patrick on the Ollama team added a lot of control there, but it wasn't fully documented. And now it is. I'll show you what you can do here in a little bit. There's apparently better performance when sending follow-up messages to Ollama using the REPL or the API. There were reports of Ollama slowing down after a few back and forths, so I hope that is now resolved. For folks with NVIDIA GPUs with 4 GB of VRAM who tried to load a 7B model, you should have fewer errors. We'll see if those comments go away in the Discord. Support for Lava models came in late December. You could say something like, describe this image and then drag over that image onto the prompt, and the path would be pasted to the end of the prompt. Well, now prompts can start with the file path, and I'll show you that in a second as well. A few versions ago, there was a release that would allow a model to stay in memory if you just change the system prompt. I used this in my mentor's example where I would ask different personalities a question. But if you changed certain options or parameters, it should reload, but it wasn't doing that. That is now fixed. Ollama started out when GGML was the only format for Llama CPP. And then a few months back, the authors of that tool haphazardly changed the format to GGUF without a whole lot of notice. Ollama continued to support both GGML and GGUF. And this means that there are essentially 2 parts of Llama CPP in there to support both models. That'll be going away at some point in the future, so any models that you have that use GGML will now be automatically repulled and updated to GGUF. If you've posted a model to Ollama.ai that uses GGML, you should go ahead and update those. So now let's take a look at a couple of those things that I mentioned. Let's start the REPL using Ollama run llama 2. Now press / or / in the word help. Most of this has been here for a while, but what is new is that last item, / shortcuts. You can see a few items here. Control A and Control E move to the beginning and to the end of the line. The next set of options don't work for me. Apparently Alt B and Alt F are supposed to go backward and forward by a single word. That would be really useful. Control K is supposed to delete the next sentence, but it doesn't do anything on my machine. And Control U is supposed to delete the sentence before wherever you are. But for me, it deletes the whole prompt. The next 3 all work perfectly for me. Control L will clear the screen. Control C will stop the model responding. And Control D will exit Ollama. And that's the same as typing /by. The list of commands is something Patrick started working on a while back, and apparently it's tough to get working right, especially on all the different platforms. I make it harder by using a weird keyboard layout called Workman Dead, but it doesn't work on QWERTY either, at least for me. If it works for you, let me know in the comments below. The next thing I want to look at is the change with Lava prompts. So we're still in Ollama, but I want to launch the Lava model. So /by, and then I'll run Ollama run Lava. Now describe this image and drag over an image from my machine. You see it pastes in the path to the image. Press enter and you get a description. But if you did it the other way, it didn't work. It gave a weird error. Now you can drag the image over and then ask your prompt, and that works. Now, of course, this only really applies to the CLI. Using the API, you don't provide a path in the prompt. Instead, you have to include both the prompt and an array of base64 encoded images in an images field in your body. And then you can submit that. So there's nothing new here for the API, it's just for the CLI. And that's really what's new in 0.1.18. In the announcement, it does list 4 models as being new, but you don't have to be on the latest version to use them, like you did when the Lava models got released. I'll do some videos about those models soon. Now, if you found this video useful, let me know in the comments below. And if you want me to cover anything else, let me know about, well, what do you want me to cover? Let me know that in the comments as well. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.